Let's cross now to Bali to speak to France 24's Thameen Al Kheetan, who's been covering the summit. Thameen, obviously Ukraine very much dominating today's proceedings.
And Russia's war on Ukraine should and can be stopped. So these are the words of Volodymyr Zelensky, the Ukrainian president, who gave this speech to the G20 summit. He described the invasion of Ukraine as a destructive war and called for an end to divisions and differences between world's leaders and the powers of the world in order to be able to put pressure on Vladimir Putin and force him to end this invasion of Ukraine and go to negotiations. One important thing that he stressed on also is the importance of allowing the exports of Ukrainian grains to developing countries. This is a very important issue for the recovery of Ukrainian economy, but also for many nations in Africa, the Middle East and Asia. We know that the Black Sea grain deal that was brokered in this summer is coming to an end officially on Friday, and this is a major issue here in the G20 summit, because world leaders are trying to put pressure on Russia in order to extend this deal, which is very important for these vulnerable nations. We know that Emmanuel Macron, the French president, has just met with his Turkish counterpart, Recep Tayyip Erdogan, and asked him to play a role in the extension of this deal, because Recep Tayyip Erdogan has a relatively good relationship with Russia, and he actually helped broker this deal in the summer.
Thameen, what more can you also tell us about the meeting between President Macron and the Chinese President Xi Jinping?
Again, Ukraine was a top issue in this meeting between Xi Jinping and Emmanuel Macron. This morning, one source at the Élysée Palace told us that Macron asked Xi Jinping to convey a message of de-escalation to the Russian president and to convince Vladimir Putin to put an end to his invasion of Ukraine. The same source also said that Xi reiterated China's opposition to any use of nuclear weapons in Ukraine. Other issues were brought up, like the consequences of this war on vulnerable countries, trade and bilateral cooperation. But some topics were also avoided, like Taiwan, where both sides have very different positions, and also the human rights situation in the Xinjiang region, where China is accused by the United Nations of violations of human rights.
Thameen, thank you so much for that.